This not just girl talk.
It's talk for the people.
You got two women,
Two voices,
one sound.
and that's the truth.
You here with the married Dawn,
And the selective Dawn.
and we here to call a spade a motherfucking spade. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get to it.
Okay.
Episode 5.
Yeah. All right. Today we have Pops. What is it? Popular underscore 24?
Popular underscore 24.
Okay. Tell the people who you are.
I am a black male. Now, popular underscore 24 on the IG handle. Same thing for Twitter. Facebook is Hillary Haley. That's my government.
So can we call you your government or are we doing Pops?
Either or. Y'all family, though. Y'all family, so y'all can call me Pops.
Well, you're not new to the show. You was on last season. Definitely gave us some one-liners that people were able to remember. A little tilapia.
Yeah.
You starting early.
Okay. But you're not new to the show, so what's good? How you been? Tell the people who you are. Like, you know, nigga, you used to play pro ball. Come on.
Well, first and foremost, before I do that, I got a quick shout out, okay? And this quick shout out is, what I've been thinking about lately, and it's these two ladies right here, right? The Dons. What they've been able to do up until this point has been simply amazing. I super respect y'all grind. Y'all really got it out the mud, And, when you write goals down and you see, certain things come to life that you thought about years ago, it's a blessing to see it. And I'm super proud to see y'all growth in a little short period of time. But I've known y'all to be going hard at this for a minute. Mm-hmm. And, now, you started maybe in a basement or with a little laptop. But now look at me in the green room, baby. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So super shout out to the Dons. Much love and respect. So,
hey, I got a toast to that.
We
absolutely.
do. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We appreciate
Just cutting the
that.
onions in this bitch. So, see, guys, this is just a testament to if you want something bad enough, you're going to go after it. Mm-hmm. Which kind of takes us into the Ask the Dawn.
All right.
Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
Hey, but before you start that, I actually had somebody ask me a question.
Okay.
And since Pops is here, it was a guy that asked me, so it'd be good to hear your point of view. So he said, how am I supposed to find a wife during this hot girl summer? And so I was like, nigga, it's easy. Reverse me down there.
Here she go, y'all.
You can easily decipher a hoe from a housewife. And he's like, well, everybody out here having a hot girl summer out in public, but behind closed doors, they want to be a queen. But I can't even get them to get behind doors because I don't want you because you on the internet doing the cucumber challenge or you at the pool parties with your ass out. So what y'all think? Can you find a mate during this season, during the hot girl city boy summer or what? I know y'all not looking, but what y'all think about this whole hot girl city boy summer?
Well, I got an email the other day that had hot girl summer in the tagline, so and it was from Adidas. Yes, it was. So I think hot girl summer, the whole hot girl city boy movement has really taken off. I think it's also just a matter of knowing what you want and being able to filter through the bullshit. Because, I mean, honestly, I don't mind being a hot girl and then being a housewife. Sometimes my man might want me to be a little whorish. I'm okay with that.
But do y'all want us to be whorish in public?
First and foremost, what is this hot girl wave that everybody's on anyway? Like, what define
those girls are.
a hot girl?
Well, first of all, those girls sold the hot girls of the summer a dream because one is locked up for scamming.
Is that so?
And
it's
one
a
is
group.
locked up. Yes, it's two of them, and one is
I thought
pregnant.
this was a Meg Thee Stallion thing.
So correct me if I'm
I
wrong.
don't think this how it moves.
A hot girl is just a girl that's just out here for the summer, just out here just hoeing or or just out here having fun?
I don't know because I'm not a hot girl, but
I
I can be if somebody give me the rules to it.
I asked that question because, social media is big, obviously, in today's world. So I see a few women that are considered hoe, fast, or whatever you want to call it, screaming the hot girl movement. So when I see that, I understand, okay, you're a hot girl. But I've also, it threw me for a doozy because I'm also seeing married women say this is a hot girl summer. But they with their girls at the bridal shower. Or you know what I mean? So I'm thrown off.
So are they
don't
really
get it.
hot girls or like lukewarm girls?
You feel
what
me?
are they?
I think they lukewarm.
Oh, okay.
And that's
so they
what I'm
walking
saying.
that fine line of I'm a hoe, but at the end of the night when these cameras cut off, I'm a wife.
They tiptoeing.
I think every woman or girl got a little hoe in them.
You should.
And you like to let that shit out sometimes.
Agreed.
And you don't want to be judged.
But let it out with your mate. Don't just be out here freely hoeing.
True.
But so I can let it out with my mate, but can I go and have a girls' night and just wild out? Not wild out with a nigga, but just like show my ass.
Well, it depends on the girls you're doing it with because all your girls ain't really your girls.
That's a good point. Point.
Can I trust that we gonna have a great time and the camera's not gonna roll and it's not gonna make it back to my mate? Not saying that we doing anything wild, but like, can I just let my head down outside of being a mother, a wife, a professional? Can I just be a rat for a second?
Can you just do your shit and not get caught?
That's it.
Okay, cool.
That's
cool.
it.
So you're a hot girl. Touche. Respect. Well, that's, I guess, hot girl. I don't know. To answer your question before though, I don't think, finding a wife and a hot girl. So I don't get that. But whoever said that, in my opinion, is silly. But I don't know. I just feel like
AGV, man.
AGV. But it's just like I don't know. I guess you can. I guess it depends on what you're looking for. But
quick question. So you was just promoting a pool party, right?
Ooh.
So.
And it was some hot girls up in that.
I heard it was some hot girls there.
It was Liddy City.
So let me just ask you: would you ever take any of them? Well, we know you can't right now, and that's not even an option.
Right.
But say if you were single, would you ever consider moving forward with them after meeting them from that pool party?
I mean, it was beautiful women there, and you don't know.
But Britt was the best.
Yeah, facts.
Now
facts,
is
facts.
she current?
Yeah, it is.
There
right.
you go. There you go. I mean, you have to get to know that person. I mean, you can't say, oh, just because she's beautiful, she got a nice body, that we're gonna move forward. I mean, it probably could end up being 1 night, 2 nights, but you never know. So you just gotta get to know that person. So
you willing to give them a chance, even though you may see them at the pool party wilding fuck out?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I mean, women come to pool parties. Married women come to pool parties. Faithful women come to pool parties, and then rats come to pool parties. So you can't really, distinguish who's who until you get to know them.
It's me. I'm rats.
You rats. Hey,
oh, wow.
Hey, I heard it. That's why I love the Dons, man. I love the Dons, man.
Okay, cool. So you can find
I
a
think
wife.
so.
And,
But not only a wife, I think you can find a husband too. I think it's, again, just being able to distinguish what's right for you. You can't let society dictate what's a good fit for you. Who has to know I met you at the hot girl, city girl pool party? Nobody. We don't have to do that.
But that video of you sucking that cucumber is going to be on the internet forever.
Well, first of all, I'm not sucking no cucumber. If I'm going to suck something, it's going to be the dick.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
That's what that is.
Talk your talk. Talk your talk.
That's it.
Dog, this going to be a long show.
Very long. Very long.
Okay, so one more question. Somebody said they can't wait to hear our viewpoint on the whole Nicole Murphy thing, right? So, you aware of Nicole Murphy?
Not really. I try to stay away from all that.
Okay,
that
me too.
TMZ stuff.
Yeah, me too. That's
all
cool.
good vibes.
I agree.
Talk to me. What
so, you got Nicole Murphy. You know how she look.
Okay, that's
Eddie Murphy ex-wife.
Oh man, yes,
Bad.
yes,
Light skin,
yes.
bad.
And she like 50.
Hold, let me stop you right
Yeah.
there.
Okay, I saw her at a pool party in Vegas too.
Oh,
I heard you
okay.
just
Yeah.
reference light skin bad. She can't be dark skinned bad?
No, she absolutely can. But this is where my mind went when I
Okay.
saw it. So her and Lela, how you say her last name?
Rochon.
Were friends apparently. And so Nicole Murphy basically got caught kissing her husband.
Kissing Lela Rochon's husband.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
that's been her
Okay.
husband for 20 years.
City girl summer.
Yeah. So first Nicole Murphy came out and said, that's a family friend. You know, we had just ran into each other in Italy, whatever. Eventually, once everybody started going in on the pictures, she was like, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know they were married.
But it's a family friend.
It's a family friend. How you not know that nigga been not
So
married?
she basically lied.
Little damage control, we gonna call it.
Okay.
But to me, she added more fuel to the fire.
She did, but she tried to get ahead of the narrative by saying, "Oh, it's a family friend." And who just runs into somebody in Italy?
And the nigga he had on a towel and she had on the whole bathing suit.
So we ran into each other to run to Italy.
So I don't know. So my whole thing is the man ain't came out and said nothing.
And he not.
So Lela deleted her social media, but the last picture that she had on there was from May, where she was like, "This is my husband, whatever, whatever." It's only July. So my thoughts, and judge me if you want, I'm like, oh, this little light-skinned joint came in. She saw that Lela done gained all this goddamn weight, and she was being a hot girl. She was having a hot girl summer.
Well, weight gain shouldn't really matter if the person is fucking with you. Because I'm going to tell you something. I done gained some weight. But it's some good stuff with this weight.
I agree.
So I think
talk.
that there is just a level of disloyalty. Because that can't be a family friend. And you didn't know they were married.
Exactly.
I don't care what the circumstance is. And people are like, oh, well, you know, Lela Rochon, you know, she gained some weight. So what? She's
I
also
agree.
sick. She also
Regardless
had,
of if she's sick or
whatever
not.
the circumstance, that's
Yeah.
my husband.
Right.
And
Right.
Nicole Murphy, you are known for creeping around with other people's mates. Just like your ex-mate is known for creeping around with other people's mates. And even men. But that's later on in the show. We can talk about that.
So yeah, I didn't know that. That's crazy. For her to say, you know, I apologize. I'm sorry. She didn't know, but that's a family friend. You silly. That's a lie, and I don't believe you. You did what you wanted to do, and you only sorry because you got caught. You know what I mean? If you didn't get caught, you wouldn't be sorry. You'd have just took a L, or you'd have just did it and then did whatever y'all was gonna do, and then it'd been over with. But
So why do you think the man hasn't come out yet? The husband.
oh, he's not. He's not. I mean, you know, he's gonna sit back, and one thing a man gonna do is you know, we don't want that attention. Like, first and foremost, it all comes down to us, because at the end of the day, he could have easily been like, "Nah, what you doing?" Moved away. You know what I mean? But I mean, come on, who's turning down a kiss? Honestly, fellas, whoever watching this, who's turning down a kiss from Nicole Murphy? Ah, that's tough.
I know you
That's
better.
tough. Yeah, I better.
And you will.
Okay. So that's funny you said that he won't come out and he don't want that attention, because like the whole Tristan Thomas,
Thompson.
whatever.
Thompson.
Him and Chloe, he never said nothing.
Nah.
So that's
They didn't.
interesting that you said that.
Yeah, you know,
I
They
mean,
don't
but
want
why
that
would he?
attention.
When you think about when scandals like this break, do you ever really see the man come out and defend either woman? No. You see the women going at it, and guess what? The man is still there playing the cut, possibly sleeping with the both of them.
You're right.
Men don't do that catty banter back and forth. We don't, men don't do that.
But to me, he should defend his wife if he's really all the way there.
he wasn't all the way there. Though.
What we don't know is that he has a child outside of their 20-year plus marriage.
Oh, I didn't know
If
that.
So
Nicole-
infidelity has always been an issue.
If Nicole Murray kisses him, and you know they do whatever. I'm sorry,
Who won't see this?
Murphy kisses him, and he doesn't get caught. They do them. Nobody knows.
But he got caught.
Right. He got caught, but I'm saying his intentions wasn't to get caught. He was trying to do that and not get caught. So He got caught. So now he's gonna sit back and just allow the superstar Nicole Murphy be all in the limelight and sit back and just chill.
And you know what he probably doing behind closed doors? He's consoling her like, oh, it's okay. Don't
Lela
worry about it.
or Nicole?
Nicole.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry about it. It'll all blow over. Because we all know that there's one scandal today. There's 2 scandals tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to care about this shit in a
Right.
couple weeks. You know? So he can still have his cake and eat it too. And from the looks of it, he got a lot of cake to eat.
So let me ask y'all this though, and this might be like a short shift of gears, right? So didn't like Omarion's girl date Lil Fizz or have a baby by
Nigga, you ain't been watching the show?
No, you know what's funny? So I was watching Basketball Wives the other day.
By yourself?
With my lady.
Okay.
So we watching that. That's really probably the only reality show TV we watch. So we
And that's
watching
okay, 'cause
Basketball
we
Wives.
love
Because
Brittany.
she gonna be like a basketball wife.
One day.
Okay,
One
that's
day.
cool.
One day. I like how you put that together. Too. That was dope. So we watching it, and then the next show that came on after that was I guess that's Love and Hip Hop, right? So how do y'all feel about that? Women, this because men get a lot of heat. How do y'all feel about that? She went. That was his best friend, right?
Who?
And then
Who we talking about?
April, Amarion, and Fizz.
Oh, okay.
right. Fizz and Omarion are best friends, right?
No.
They're bandmates, but what it looks like is that they're really close and best friends, and that the relationship between April and Fizz were that he's just my friend.
Right.
Okay.
That whole baby, you got what I need. That just a friend shit
Yeah.
ain't where it's at right now.
I'm sorry. Can we?
Nope. Catch you where I had it.
Did you just sing it?
I did.
Yeah, she did, and that was dope.
Thank you.
That was dope.
Thank you.
So how does that work, women? That's that man's bro,
No.
because we
No.
use the term bro.
Bros
loosely.
over hoes.
So how do y'all feel about that?
Nah,
women, talk to me.
So
Wait, whose show is this? Yours or ours?
I'm just saying, hey, I'm with the
asking the
Dons.
Dons.
I'm with the Dons. I got a question for the Dons. That's all.
I think she wrong for that.
Okay,
That's her
cool.
baby father. Nah, she wrong for that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if it wasn't her baby father,
Father.
I'd give you a. What'd I say?
Father. With an H.
Straight out of Oxon Hill.
Out the hill. I'll give you a pass. But the fact that you got 2 kids by him, you reaching. And Lil Fizz is just as wrong. That nigga all on Instagram posting Fashion Nova fits and shit. I'm like, you dirty fucking dog.
It's facts.
So he
Like-
can't get his bag while he getting to the bitches?
No. Come on. He got a baby. They got a baby by your bandmate. Like, you
That's
work
so
with
tough.
this nigga.
Not a
like-
baby, 2 babies.
That's like my bro. Like, I guarantee you
apparently
they
they
call
not
each other
friends.
bro.
No, apparently
now
they
they
not.
not. But before they called each other bro, I guarantee you they called each other bro.
I'm
and
sure
if
they
you
did.
and if you say bro to me, I don't use that term loosely. Anybody that knows me, I'll even say 2 things: bro or my boy, my guy. That's an associate. That's somebody that's just, what's up? I see you when I see you. My bro though. Oh, you my bro. So you gonna go there and hit my jump and then have a baby? Oh, I gotta kill you. Cause that's the bro code.
But they
That's
was
the law.
broken up.
Can I use a scenario?
Go ahead.
Cool. Frankie, that's my guy. That's my bro. That's my bro. Y'all, it's not gonna happen. But y'all break up a year later, even 2 years later, right? Me and you start dating.
Yeah,
You
that's not gonna look
disrespectful.
right. Yeah,
Disrespectful.
nah, that's-
and
disrespectful.
then not even
nah.
just that. We had 2 kids together. Come on, sis. You come on.
So
You feel
y'all
me?
went from being cousins to siblings.
That's
You
first
out
of all,
of
that's
line.
nasty as hell. All right.
It
You out of
is.
line.
It
But I'm
is.
very out of, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's wrong. That's wrong. Or every way,
It's a
shape, or
few
form.
things that come into play with that. It's like, have you always been looking at my mate?
That's
You
the-
know, have
that's
you
the-
have you
yeah.
always played me close to really get to my mate?
Yeah.
That's not okay.
I like
So
that
I
you
can
thinking.
see how men say, "Oh, now my wife or my woman or my lady or my girl or even my thought, however you refer to your woman." No, you can't have no male friends because I don't want that male friend to be like a shoulder to cry on, it's a dick to ride on. I don't want that.
Oh, come on with the bars.
That's a bar. That is a bar. That's
Killer Karn, what they call me.
That's a bar. That's a bar. And that's so true.
Yeah, that's
because
real shit.
the dudes, especially the dudes, I know from a guy standpoint, you try to, get a chick that's broken, right? She come to you with all the problems. And, she started telling you what her boyfriend not doing. So then you're using that as leverage against him. Well, this is what I would do because she just told you. Come on, man. That's it's crazy. It's crazy. But
Now y'all heard it here from Pops, a man in a faithful relationship.
yeah. And one thing, and you know what? The one thing, and I'm glad you said that, is because the one thing I had to change was my mindset. My mindset had to change. If I wanted to find the queen that I wanted to have, you know what I mean? Or even if I wanted to live a lifestyle that I wanted to live, like I had to change my mindset. And a lot of people out here, guys, I'm sorry, I won't even say people, guys, mindset, they don't want to change it. And, you're going to keep getting the same results, man, if you don't change your mindset. So
now, I don't want to cut my co-host off, but that did kind of take us into our topic. But how did you get to the point of I need to change my mindset? How did you get there?
Experiences, man. Experience, and just knowing what you want out of life, right? Knowing what you want out of life. So I use my situation and my situation only, because a lot of times people try to use other people's situation and kind of that's not you. That know your personnel. Like that's not you.
That's
so
a good point.
My personal experience was this. So I saw a life that I wanted to live, right? I got two parents that's been together for 27 years, right?
Come on, Black love.
Hey, for real. You know what I mean? And they were married when they had me. They were married when they had my sister. You know what I mean? So I grew up. That's how I grew up. Like, you know what I mean? And it's funny because I told my parents this. I sat them down or whatever when I was talking about, telling them my life decisions and what I'm doing and stuff like that, because, those are my biggest supporters. I told them, I said, look, if I would have had 4 or 5 baby mothers, before marriage and just, being locked up and all that type of stuff, that would have been doing you guys a disservice or disjustice, because at the end of the day, I wasn't raised that way. You know what I mean? You're a product of how you raised. We're raised. So once I got to the mindset that I am now, it's like, okay, this is what I want. I want a family. I want, to find the things out of life. I want to be married before I have kids. More power to the guys that got the baby mothers and stuff. More power, but that's just not me. I can't do that. But it's just a mindset thing. And then some guys, we most guys, it's testosterone. We got pride. Once you just say, you know what, I'm just gonna put my pride to the side. I'm gonna, stay in my own lane and be the person that I want to be. Then you be cool. So I'm happy. I'm ecstatic at where I'm at, as far as my my mindset, because it's changed drastically.
But how hard was that? Because you were a professional ball player.
Extremely hard.
You traveled the world. You were an athlete. Like, I'm sure the groupies, the thotties, the hot girls were after you. So how did you get to the point where you was like, you know what? That's not what I want.
Yeah, let me tell you something. It is extremely hard to be a male in general, like just a male in general.
Okay.
So
a straight one.
A straight male, right? So then you add in there, and this gonna sound a little crazy, but at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta talk your own shit. But
you can cuss freely.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna talk my shit. That's what I do. Pablo_24, baby. So what I'm saying is this: to be a tall male, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
A professional basketball player, you know what I mean? Beard growing, you know what I mean?
Beard
Thick
gang.
with beard gang. You know what I'm saying? They like
A little LeBron lookalike.
Hey,
Don't
you
Yeah.
feel me?
Yes.
Like the hairline and all that. You feel me? I'm cooking anybody that's trying to join on this joint too. But Otto, like that's so hard, man, because they like. I want, and then it's not even about the looks and the physical
Right.
features. It's about who I am. Like, I'm cool. Like I'm friendly. You know what I mean? Like I can make friends with anybody. You know what I mean? So it's women see that, and it's just like it's you got to fight that temptation. If you none,
You
feel me?
are a magnet.
31.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So if you want to the life that you want to live, you got to be disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing sports did teach me is discipline. Like, you know what I mean? So,
really?
yeah, it's teaching me discipline.
Because a lot of the ball players are reckless.
They are, but you got to like I tell the kids that I coach, you got to let, basketball be a great teacher of life. So, like, I wanted the experiences that I've had through ball, the discipline of waking up at 5, having to be at class at 8, having, be at practice at 10, all that stuff is discipline, you know what I mean? So I allow that to, transfer over to my, my life. And, it's easy to go out here. I can go to a day party today and get 10 joints. But is that the type of life you want to live? Just out here, just reckless? I don't want to live that type of life. So, and it's funny because I look at certain people, and it's like, okay, I see what they're doing. I use that as motivation. And, it's funny that, like, Frankie is one of them dudes. You know what I mean? Because, like, we met later part of life. But, look how he raises his family. Look how, like, family-oriented y'all are. Like, that's the type of stuff you want to, like, kind of be around and kind of cling to. So
it's funny you say that because, like, Frankie, his father wasn't in the picture. And he is super family oriented.
Yeah, right.
So it always blows my mind. I'm like, where you get this from? Like,
you see a life that you didn't have, and you want to be better. Like you say, okay, my father wasn't there, so why would I be the same father my dad was?
Right,
you know
right.
I mean? So
right.
I'm gonna do the opposite.
And y'all got a real love story. You and Frankie. Like, I feel like I've been there since the beginning of time.
Oh, you have.
Shout out to the Clippers.
We had to roll up the Pet Smart.
We did.
We rolled up on the wrong day though.
That's all right. That's all right. But in all seriousness, I think
And
this
Chanel.
is in Coco Chanel. We was doing everything in that car that we weren't supposed to do. So to the dailies, we appreciate that Corolla you gave us.
We do.
So let me ask y'all. So, and I know we so off topic, but
Kind of not.
But I love
it's gonna lead us into it. So don't go ahead.
I love it because the simple fact is that, like, I'm super duper proud of you two. Like, it's amazing how proud I am of y'all, right?
Oh, bitch, we made it.
We did. You gotta stop cutting these onions.
So I know, man. But when you set a goal for something and then you attain that goal, and then you still even, like, I swear to God, like, y'all post. I wake up in the morning looking forward to a Dawn post or a post from one of y'all, and some type of post gonna make me motivated. Like, so, like, when y'all was, I guess, in high school, right? Because y'all posted a picture the other day of the old Clippers. Like, did it start there? Y'all sat down and was like, look, this is what we about to do.
No.
Let's get to it.
No, so
Or was it further longer than that? Like,
it was a year ago. So, we were thick as thieves in high school, right? 2 years ago. We were, thick as thieves in high school, right? And then life happened. Like, the day, a lot of people don't know this, but the day before Frankie and Toya went to the Justice of Peace to get married, we were in the Outback. This is how poor we were. Sharing a 10-piece wing.
Hey, we all been there.
And water.
We all been there.
Bitch, we still might be there.
We all been
We are
there.
definitely there.
If it's not a payday.
Nah, y'all not there now. Y'all not
So
there now.
I say that to say we have been through a lot, and then there was a period where when Frankie was in the military, she moved away and we lost contact, and it was a thing of, like, I had disappeared. Life had went on for her, life had went on for me, and I saw her name and I was like, Latoya Ball, that's my bitch. Let me send her a friend request. Social media brought us back together.
That's tough.
And through the moments of uncertainty and, like, this bitch is getting on my nerve, and by bitch I mean the both of us.
Yeah.
She need a break. I need a break. And by breaks, I mean, like, a few months. And she hit me with the, hey, you good over there? Yeah, I'm good. All right, cool. Talk to you in a couple months. We have a lot of good times. We also have a lot of trying times in our friendship. So everything came full circle when we both decided that we were sick of each other's shit. And that's how we got here. The whole breaking the seal, it's more than just a hashtag. It
is.
You know what's funny? You know what's crazy? And this is why this is so motivational. We going to cut some more onions.
You can't come back for a while.
No idea. I'm thinking it was, 95 and Oxen. Y'all put y'all minds together and y'all was like,
95? What math you doing?
Yeah.
99.
99. Okay, 99.
It was 99th grade.
No more
Oh, yeah,
bottle
that's
for
what
you.
it was. That's what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to public school, so my math a little off.
We
Oh,
did
y'all
too.
too.
And we said the same
Nah,
thing.
y'all went to a private public school though, but
So you ain't no private public
now
school?
it is. You got
Well, we have the
testing,
best
Yeah,
science
it
and
is.
tech
You gotta
program.
test.
So, but go
right,
ahead.
right. So it just, I'm thinking it was back then. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy that 2 years. I'm telling you, if you stay disciplined, you stay, locked into your goals, it can happen fast. That saying of, your life can change in a year is so true. Like I
Yeah.
said, I thought this
Yeah.
was a task that started way back when I was in high school.
No.
To know that it started 2 years ago.
No.
People, you watching this, listen. Get to your goals, lock in, and hey, the Don's the perfect examples, man.
I think what people was hard for people is me and Carmen have had some nights where we just be like, you know what, fuck you.
Hey,
But it's bigger than that. Like our friendship is bigger than that. We just, like she said, we need a break from each other. But you have to know your friend, and I think that during these last 2 years, we have really grown to know each other, and we've been honest. A lot of people aren't honest with their friends, and that's how we came up with the whole "that ain't it." Niggas ain't really telling their friends, "Hey, that picture's some garbage.
yeah.
Like that's not your angle. That's
Yeah.
not that haircut ain't for you." And
Get-
that's how we
get
are.
your
like,
life together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's how we are with each other. Whether we say it and we got to take a break from each other after we say it, because it's like, all right, bitch, that kind of hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I know my friend. Like, I know my friend has good intentions regardless of what the situation is. Because I can say, like, when we went into this, I was like, I don't want this shit to fuck up our friendship.
Yeah.
But it's only made the friendship stronger. And I think that's because of the people that we are. We're able to accept the truth and we're able to say the truth. A lot of people don't do that.
The energy between y'all are amazing. And here's why I say that. The first day I met her, because obviously I've known you for years, but the first day I met her, Carmen, I thought y'all was like sisters or something. I thought y'all was cousins. It was y'all were related. Like, you know what I'm saying? That
Not
energy.
by blood, but that's definitely my sister.
Man, look, that energy was amazing. I'm
Frankie
like,
married her and he married me by default. Like he married the cousins, but he really married me by
Right.
default.
That's why, like, you ain't come to the wedding, but she was the one that had to walk by herself. Like, this is the roadie. Like, this is my dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
she ain't gonna have to
been
walk by
there.
herself too long though. Carmen, she got something up her sleeve. I know
But
her
no, I
phone ain't, her
wanted
phone
her
ain't
to,
dry.
No, her phone definitely not dry. The
Her phone
DMs
ain't dry.
lit.
I know it is.
But I wanted her
come
to
on now.
have her moment. Like, I wanted people to know, like, she is important to me. And not to say anybody isn't, because, like, my cousins are, like,
Shout out to
like
Houston.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, that one right there, I hate
So
to
that-
admit it, but that's my nigga.
And this is where this comes from. I'm the friend that I'm never really around, right? It's always like I pop up rather. Go ahead, hit me with that reverse Donna. I pop up at the most inopportune times. It's like, where'd she come from? Who is she? Why do you hold her in such a standard? Or why do you hold each other in such a standard? But what you don't know is, in the midnight hour, she need to call somebody. I'm there and I'm not gonna ask no questions. If I need to call somebody, hey, bitch, I need you.
Yeah.
Whether we beefing or not. So to all
That's
y'all
tough.
that's watching, don't ever question my position because you're not gonna get it.
The Dons. Gotta love it.
That's it. That's it. All right, well, did we ever get into Ask the Dawn?
That was it.
Nah, because I definitely asked the Don. I asked y'all. I asked. So,
All right, so what we talking about today? Because we ain't got much time.
Me versus me.
No.
The old me versus the new me. If there was one thing you could tell yourself at 16, what would it be? Given your life experiences, what you've seen now, what would you tell yourself?
man, cut the baggage out, the extra baggage, and then, just be disciplined. Just be disciplined. And it's tough to tell a kid that.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I coach high school basketball right now. I coach 15, 16, 17-year-old kids.
Where do you coach?
St. Charles High School in Waldorf.
Okay.
And
Oh,
it's-
you are Wakanda.
Yeah, hey, for real. Like, I go out there, I ain't coming back. But I coach, and being a mentor to them boys is one of my biggest, greatest gifts because they need the black males in their life.
Yeah.
And then they need males that's been there and done that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's if I probably would have just told myself, you know, listen, this is what's gonna happen 15 years from now. Start your discipline now. You know, start, you know, networking, start being, you know, getting your head right now. But obviously you're a kid, so you're just gonna go, you know, just gonna go with life. But that's probably what I would have told myself. Biggest thing was discipline.
But you made it. So when did you actually decide to be disciplined, or is that just something that came with the love of the game?
It's two different types of disciplines. So one was athletic discipline where, you know, when I was in college, it was like, okay, this scholarship is $40,000 a year. I gotta keep it. So, because my parents ain't paying that, I'd have been working down Eastover if that was the case. But so keep the discipline by making sure you keep your grades right, make sure you're getting up in the morning, keep it athletic scholarship because you gotta work out. You know, you gotta make sure your game tight. Then there's life discipline. Okay, now, you know, these bills are coming. You know, once the professional year was over and you retired, now, okay, here's life. Now your bills got to be paid on time. That's discipline. 'Cause it's easily, okay, let me go blow this bag in Vegas, but my lights flickering. Vegas lights. I take lights, you know what I mean? So, you know, mortgage, you know, in the house, car insurance. I mean, the life discipline is different. You
How
know what I
long did
mean?
you play pro ball?
6.5, so about 7 years. Yeah. So, yeah, you know, life in general was just all about discipline. And if you had that discipline, you'd be solid.
Okay. So, Toya, what would you tell yourself, 16? We all going to answer this. Your 16-year-old self versus where you are now.
She was married by 16, right?
No bullshit.
18, nigga.
Okay.
But y'all was heavily dating at 16.
I'm about to say, your mindset
No, we
was totally
wasn't.
different.
We ain't meet till 17. Well, I was like 16 and a half.
Don't let him
But
lie.
at 16, I would probably tell
Frankie about
myself...
to be 18. He tall as a mother.
I would tell my 16-year-old self to don't worry about the outsiders. I think when I was younger, I made a lot of decisions based upon the company that I kept, and not for me. And I got it late in the game. When we go to Vegas, 33.
We did 33.
That's when I was like, I had enough of living for the outsiders, and that's when I was able to actually sit back and see who was there for me, when they was there for me. When it mattered, like who was there for me when it mattered. So don't do this for the outsiders. Don't fuck them. It's okay to walk alone, and I was afraid to walk alone for a long time.
You make sure that too with your posts every morning. I go right to your name. I'm telling you, them joints be so motivational. I get up and I be like, you know what? Let's go. Let's attack the world.
I gotta do shit for me, and it's put me in a much better position. Like it's put me to where our shit is on the green screen, or it's put me to where I can talk my truth to my real friend.
Talk your shit.
And we able to like grow from that shit. Like even last week, we spent an hour in the bathroom,
A hot ass bathroom.
talking our real shit, and I learned so much from that conversation about myself. And it's just like I had a lot of yes men in my corner, and that shit held me down for a long time. And I can't blame them. I can only blame myself.
But it held you down in the wrong way. Because whereas you thought they were being loyal because they were feeding into and stroking your ego, that wasn't it.
And I think it's easy for a younger person to say, this is it, when somebody's stroking my ego, instead of be like, bitch, you was fucking wrong for thinking this way.
Accountability.
Yeah, that's
Accountability.
it.
You gotta hold, y'all hold each other accountable. And that's why, the bond between you two are, that's special. Because if you do something wrong, she gonna tell you.
I don't like that shit, though, but
nobody,
I hear her.
Nobody feels like they want to be held accountable. Like,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But at the end of the day, when you think about it and you step back and you gonna be like, damn, she really care.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She told me that.
But I don't be wanting to
You know
tell her
what I mean?
that, though.
I mean, you just did. But, you know.
Tell her
so,
again.
so what about you? What?
I would say appreciate life's mistakes. So when I was 17, I had the opportunity to go away to school. Full ride. All I had to do was show up. I accepted it. And then 2 weeks before it was time to leave, I told my mother, I was like, yeah, no, I don't want to go.
Why?
I just didn't want to. And my mother allowed me to make that mistake. And it was what I deemed as my greatest mistake because it turned into me feeling like I was a career student because I'm working a full-time and a part-time and I'm going to school and I'm sitting in this college class with these 21, 20-year-olds who I'm paying my tuition to sit right here. But I know that had I gone away to school, had I accepted that scholarship, I would be in a career field where I was miserable. You know, my greatest reward in life working in my field will never be in a dollar amount. It will be knowing that I was a change agent in that student's life.
Right.
I'll take that if I got to work a full-time or part-time, get off and rush to class. I'll take that. So I would just say, appreciate your mistakes. It's okay. Don't keep making the same mistakes, but appreciate that life-impacting mistake.
It forms you to who you actually become. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, you look back at your mistakes and then you say, dang, look how I am now. Like, you know what I mean? Look at what I've overcame. Look at the mistakes I've made. And then now I'm here where I am at today. So that's dope. That's
what
really
would you
dope.
say
That's
your
really dope.
greatest life accomplishment to date is?
Oh, man. You know, a lot of people base success off a dollar amount. For me, it would simply be outside of making my parents proud, graduating college, or high school and college, and then being able to fulfill a dream that I had of playing professional basketball. But outside of that, I think my biggest life accomplishment was what I do to these kids, like the kids that I coach.
How long have you been coaching? Sorry.
This is actually, I'm going into my second year.
Okay.
But when I was playing overseas, I still would do my camps.
Oh, okay.
And I still would do training and stuff. So, and then I
Real
was
quick,
still
where have you
mentoring.
played overseas?
Morocco, China, Denmark, Nova Scotia, a little bit of Spain. Did I say China?
Who?
Spain.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, did I say China, right? Yeah, and China. And then I actually Nova Scotia a couple times. So,
Is it a lot of black people that play in those leagues?
Not really, nah.
Okay.
Yeah, not really.
Is
not.
the game different?
It's just it's like FIBA. When you watching FIBA,
What is that?
like I forgot she don't know.
No,
People
it's not
watching.
we don't know.
You don't know. Oh, okay. Well, it's like so the Olympics grade come up, right? The World Cup grade come up, and it's just like that. Like FIBA, you got the the Spanish players, the Greek player. I mean, it's just like FIBA World Cup. So it's coming up. Watch it. And
So how did you maneuver through those things? Like being in those different countries, how did you as a black man still be able to stand out outside of your height and your talent?
It was, it's crazy. And I swear I was just having this conversation with somebody the other day. It's crazy because when you go to those places, they look at you as an American and they love you. They cherish you. Like, you're an American. Like I want to live in the land of the free. You know what I mean? And they really cherish you.
Wow.
And at the end of the day, it's crazy because you come to America and you get hate.
Yeah.
You get slandered and stuff.
Yeah.
But over there, that's why when I was going through those years, I could not wait to leave. And like, ask your brother, ask my girl. Like, I couldn't wait. I'm like, I can't do that. Like, people killing each other here because they hating.
Oh, you couldn't wait to leave here.
I couldn't wait to leave here and go overseas. You know what I mean? But yeah,
But
man.
you came back.
I came back after it was time for me to hang them up and say, okay, now it's time to hop into a career.
But you could have did that anywhere. Any of those places that you listed.
Well, yeah, but it's also, the freedom here in the United States is much different.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was in Morocco for 7 months, 7.5 months. And I was in a small town, and I had to participate in Ramadan.
You had to.
I had to. and here's why. The population of the town was about maybe 1,000 people.
Okay.
Maybe, and that might be a reach. Small little diners, small little coffee shops. The next biggest city was 16 hours away.
16 hours?
16 hours away.
Wow, okay.
So during Ramadan, the Muslim is a heavy in Muslim country. I had to either, go to the store and grocery shop beforehand, or I would just have to wait till they had to eat for the stores to open because they shut everything down. Like the stores are closed, everything. So I had to deal with Ramadan. You know what I mean? And that was the toughest thing ever.
Wow.
Would you say that's another form of life discipline that you learned?
Absolutely, because it made me disciplined to where I can't eat until this certain time, and it forced me to do that. Now
You was hungry.
very hungry, and it's funny. I got pictures on my Facebook of when I first came home. Oh man, I looked like I was BET Feed the Children. I was bony.
And you not even big now.
I'm a little bit bigger though. I be hitting the weights though. Don't try to play.
No,
Tell
but
her
I mean,
again.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't try to play. I be in the weight room though.
I know you be in the weight room, but I mean,
yeah,
you
revise
still
that statement.
Yeah,
because she got me a little tight right now. Because I hit the weights hard too, so don't be trying. You see the guns on the camera.
Okay.
Shout out to my cameraman too. I look kind of buff right now too.
Thank you, Donnell.
Yeah, my man Donnell, yes sir. But yeah, man, that's these kids is my greatest achievement only because I say, man, like the texts I get from them, helping these kids go to college, having a kid that's had that's had a troubled life, and a kid that's even living good, come to me and say, you changed my life, coach. Like, I love you. Like, come on, man. Ain't no dollar amount that can equal to that.
And you experienced that on your job, man. That's dope. That's dope.
So what you do? Like, if you don't mind me asking.
I change the world one student at a time.
Okay.
I work with the population of children and young adults who are often forgotten about.
I'm telling you, Carmen, I'm telling you, and I'm telling you again, they are going to respect you. They're going to be grown-ups, and they're going to come back and be like, Miss Carmen, you changed my life. What you said this was so true, and stuff like that. So please keep doing that.
I've actually had a few of those moments, and it's like...
It's going to happen. It's going to
It
happen.
takes a lot of patience.
It takes a lot of patience, and it takes a lot out of you.
100%.
I tell everybody, you don't get into the field of education to make money. You don't. And considering where I came from, meaning I initially went to school to be a Fed. I wanted to be a federal agent. And go, boy, some of the children over here, boy. I wanted to be a federal agent. I wanted the perks of having the gun, wear the uniform. I wanted subsidized housing. But I did a ride along that changed me within the first 5 or 10 minutes. And I was like, oh, fuck no. No. How will I ever be okay with how they tear the black family apart? I watched you plant these drugs right here. I don't want to be a part of that. These children that are malnourished, who forgot about them? I didn't want that. And in the middle of the semester, I was like, yeah, Ma, I don't want to do that no more.
But you could have kind of changed the game. It always just
I
takes
could have,
one.
but there's a code of the brothers in blue.
Okay.
You can't be of the majority and then still want to stand alone as a minority. It don't work like that with that. With those individuals, I'll say that. So I knew that in order for me to be a change agent and want better for my community and the kids who look like me, I needed to be in the trenches with them. Like, I had a mentor. At 34, I still have a mentor that I could call right now.
Me too.
Shout out to Joe Chaney.
Yeah, me too.
I can call him right now and say, Mr. Chaney, I'm fucked up right now. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I need your help. And he's going to guide me just the same as he did when he met me when I was 13. And I appreciate that.
Is that a life mentor or a mentor as far as your career goes?
Everything.
Okay.
He started as just a school mentor. Because,
Okay.
we went to school together. I was always bucking the system. And he would come up there and he would smooth things over. But he would also say, don't let the world hold you. Cool.
There aren't a lot of people like that out here.
It's not.
Like, a lot of people fold to what society says is right or wrong. So it's important to have those people in your life. So kudos to both of y'all for making those kind of changes in young kids' life, because that shit matters.
They do.
That shit really matters. Like, even my son, when he sees somebody like you, I'm like, this nigga played pro ball.
Yeah, that's
Not
my guy.
nigga. Don't say
shit.
nigga.
God damn it.
This black man.
This brother
Y'all hear Donnell? He here with us.
played pro ball and still able to shoot the shit.
Yeah.
But he's still giving back to his community. Like, you may see him with your uncle partying, but it's a lot more to that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, if people look at, well, no, because you really post your team and all that. I was gonna say if they look at your gram, they only see like party, but they don't. They see both sides.
Versatility.
And you need to have a balance.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think it's important to teach kids or people that are watching you, is you have to have a balance. Like, people say, oh, well, I have my own little company and I'm doing my thing, but you may see me here. Nigga, it's a balance.
Yeah.
I can't always play this perfect.
It's funny though,
Bro.
and it's funny you say balance, because I was scared of you at one point.
Is that why you ain't come out the room that day?
I was scared of her at one point.
Scared of what?
Of her at one point. I swear to God, I was scared of Toya at one point. Meaning,
Why?
like, cause she has this so just don't say nothing to me. I'm not tolerating no bullshit. Just get out my face type of demeanor, right? So when I met her, I'm just like, it wasn't no smiles or nothing. I like ask her brother. I swear, I'm like, bro, you going to your sister's
When
house?
we met at work, we was cool.
But hear me out. The
But that's
first time
your
I met her,
experience.
the
This is
first
his
time I
experience.
met her wasn't at work. It was at her house, coming over there late night. Me and her brother hanging out, and I'm like, yo, Frankie's always been accepting. Like he that joyful. But her, I'm like, oh shit, still go Toya. And I'm not saying nothing, because I felt like, okay, she's strict. She don't play. Then when I found out we worked together, it was like, oh, then of course I was a little grown. I think at the time I was probably like 22. You know what I mean? I was young. But I got to the point I was, grown now. I'm 30. So I'm like, all right, like, shit, you ain't gonna debo me. Shit, I ain't scared of you no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm like, all right, cool. She all right. Like, you know what I mean? But that balance of, now I see her having fun. She turning up. I got a video on our phone of us going out, hanging out at the day party. I'm like,
that shit was lit too.
oh, big
And I
sis,
seen it.
big sis, kind of, kind of cool, man. That's okay. So she's solid.
Kind of, nigga.
I mean, you
I'm
cool.
legit.
Sometimes you be acting
Tell
like
her
a
again, don't be
grandmama,
scared.
dog.
Whatever.
Yeah. I ain't scared no more.
I think the thing was, when I first met you, I was trying to live up to certain people's expectations.
Mm.
What
That wasn't really
expectation
me.
was that, if you don't mind me asking?
Debo.
Give
me your chain.
I wanted to be like this perfect housewife, mother, because people would say, "Oh, you like to drink, you got kids."
What
All
that
right,
mean?
so I'll stop. Oh, you like to get high, you got kids. Okay, well, you right. But now it's like, fuck it. Hey, Lil Frank, this the deal.
But real quick, so you know how I feel about drinking in front of your kids? I don't.
Did y'all hear that bottom?
So for me, I've known you before there was Little Frank, there was Tran, there was Chan, excuse me, there was Trey. I put them together. They won.
Right.
I think that's also important though. Being able to differentiate, yourself from a mother to I'm still a human first. Because even now I won't drink around her kids. Little Frankie came downstairs one time and I didn't know he was standing behind me and I was getting ready to throw it back. And he was like, "Oh, hey, Miss Carmen." I was like, "Oh, hey, Frankie, how you doing?" And I felt bad because I'm like, I never want him to see me in that space of like, you be drinking?
I don't know though. I can't agree with
I
that,
don't want.
Carmen.
I'm just saying for me, I never want
Okay.
them to see me as like, oh, you be drunk or because one time we started in the basement.
Yeah.
One time I came over there with the black bag and Trey was like, "Oh, Chan, we gotta go in the room because Miss Carmen here with the
Yeah,
bag."
but you know
And
what?
I felt bad Yeah, because I was
But see,
when I
that's-
come over. Normally, it's like, oh, we get to play with her.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
fun.
Nah,
that wasn't the
look,
case no
listen,
more. Things
listen.
have changed.
You grown, they kids. Stay in a child's place. If she want to come over
Exactly.
here and drink, this is grown up juice.
Yes.
Okay, you can't have this.
Exactly.
But
man.
I don't do well with that.
Look, okay.
I don't
I'm
do well
Them
with
kids
that.
know, and then Frankie definitely, because what Frankie 14?
15.
He 15
This nigga
years
about to go to
old.
10th grade.
Ain't no more sugarcoat with him.
Exactly.
Look, we ready to do some adult things. We ready to play some adult games. We ready to have some adult drinks. You can't be around this. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Now,
Exactly.
now I won't drink with my kids.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Even when Frankie get 21, like, no, I'm not drinking with you.
I drink with my mother.
Maybe, but
might.
we older now. You know what I'm saying?
And I think
But I'm
Frankie-
not drinking
Big
with
Frank
my.
planning on that shit.
But at the end of the day, no, you stay in a child's place.
I
Like, you know what I
agree.
mean? I'm not hiding. This Don Julio gonna be right on the bar.
I agree.
What you doing, youngin? Go back upstairs.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Or you know,
I don't have that.
that's just you know.
Sorry.
But you
I'm
know,
gonna get there.
one day.
I think.
But
Yeah, one day.
you know, of course, you're a little softer too because you're a woman. So as a
that
male,
what it is?
yeah,
Is that what it is?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because I easily tell my nephew, he like, oh, you or something like, oh, like at a cookout or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, that cooler over there, that's an adult cooler. Don't go in that cooler.
Mm-hmm,
And then you'll hear him say, no, my uncle said we can't go in that cooler. That's for
Mm-hmm.
the adults. Yeah. So go on over there, Shawty. Like, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
That's
you know,
cool. That's
that's
cool.
just. you
Well,
know,
Pops done took over our whole goddamn show.
I'm with the Dons, man. You know,
We've
this
been
is what we gotta
politicking
do.
with Pop
We have.
all day.
What you want to say to the people, Pops? And not shouting us out. Now, this is your time to shout yourself out.
What are
do I
your
wanna
closing
say to them?
thoughts?
My closing thoughts is this, man. This if you're not listening to this show, you're crazy. There's a lot of gems
I might
being
really
dropped.
cry.
Don't.
You know, I feel like you need this type of stuff, man, because we hit so many different topics. And you know
Yeah.
what's crazy? None of this stuff is scripted. Like, I'm not sitting here reading
No
from a
bullshit.
script. Like, I've done that before. Like, you know, I'm not sitting there reading from a script. This is all just off the top. You know what I mean? So if you want to hear some real talk from people that's, you know, started at a certain level and then worked their way up, if you want to, you know, hear some stuff, hear some real talk from people that's just really out here grinding, having families, and really doing stuff the right way, listen to the Dons, man. I mean, it's simple. It's, you know, I can't. It's not scripted, man. This is real talk. So when I tell them talk their shit, sometimes you gotta talk your shit because at the end of the day, this is real shit. You know what I mean? And you know, everybody. At the end of the day, man, everybody eats. Everybody's is grinding. Everybody's doing their thing, man. And you know, shout out to everybody behind the scenes. I'm a real. I like to appreciate a lot of people. So, you know, the people that's behind the scenes, the people that y'all don't see on camera.
AKA
you know.
Donnell.
Shout out to my guys, man. Donnell. You know, shout out to my good man with the good polo on over there. That's my man. I
AKA Brian.
like the Macy's jump. That's a mean jump, Slim.
The
but-
Uncensored Network.
but Uncensored Network, there you go, Uncensored Network. You know, those are the people that make all this still happen. Because at the end of the day, shit, I don't know nothing about Uncensored. I don't know nothing about an Apple computer. I don't know nothing about none of that. So I got a phone, and that's what I'd have been recording on. So shout out to all the people that's behind the scenes. Of course, shout out to the Dons, and I'm glad y'all had me, man. This was fun for sure.
So I'm gonna wrap up just by saying this is not the only time you will see Pops. Follow that hashtag Politickin with Pops. We gotta get the spelling right on.
Popular_24.
I'm talking about Politickin with Pops, the hashtag.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they'll know what to follow. But this is the first time. It won't be the last. And you know, do you stay in your lane, love you, and do you. Shout out to my partner. This shit ain't easy, but we been on this ride, and we still on this ride, and we gonna be on this ride all the way till
90210, baby.
Hey.
We taking this to Hollywood.
AGV.
so from the hill to
AGV.
Beverly
from the
Hills.
hill to the from the hill to the hill.
And keep in mind, this was 2 years. So imagine another 2 years from now.
Yeah.
See, hey, I'll meet y'all at the Hollywood sign.
There you go. I'll just say, life has a script, and oftentimes we are afraid to deviate from it. But do that, because there was a lot of planning that goes into these shows, right? People just see like, oh, y'all get on camera, you drink your shit. No, we stay up late. We have these outlines. We text. We correspond throughout the day. And none of what we talked about today is on the outline, right? None of it. But that's okay. That is being able to deviate and understand that, you know what? It's cool to go with the flow. Be structured with the unstructured.
Y'all make sure to follow Conversations with Carmen, because y'all can get all this shit on her page. This is some real shit. Like, and I'm proud of both of y'all for doing everything that you're doing, for you, for giving back to the young boys, because they need it. Real shit, they need it. And for you just finally stepping out into the light that was there for you, waiting for you. I'm proud of you. Like, it's so dope.
Is it?
It is. Because you stepping out and you doing you.
Okay, so where can they find me and E? Or was it me and E? Milestones Elevation?
We'll see y'all next week, Tuesdays
can we
at
get
8
the clap
p.m.
one time? Carmen?
Oh.
Hey.
We out.
Hey, we out of here. Dog, that joint, I was weak,
The
y'all.
clap is on beat.
It John like was, but it wasn't.
But it was.
I'm like,